All right, guys, now what we want to do is we want to create our level 3 video remarketing audience. So if you're in the ads manager, you'll see a screen that looks like this. What you want to do is shuffle over to audiences. And what we're going to do is we're going to create a custom audience. Sorry for my chair in the background. We're going to create a custom audience of people that have watched at least 50% of our video content. So we'll go in here, we'll create custom audience, and then we'll click video, and then hit next. And then what we're going to do is choose people that watch at least 50%. Now, if your video is really short, this is good. If your video is really long, like 3-5 minutes, I would do 25%. But if it's short enough, like 60 to 90 seconds, 1 to 2 minutes max, 50% is just fine. And this is going to build an audience of literally the most engaged people that have watched, most of our content. And so what we'll do is we will choose, make sure the right page is selected, and then choose the video that you have put in place. So you'll select the videos that you've put in place that we want to make sure we're building the remarketing audiences. It should be the few that you've put in place from your ads. Then we'll confirm that. And then we want to do the last 90 days. So that way we're constantly engaging with the people that have most recently engaged with our stuff. And then you can title this whatever it is that will help you identify what it is, video view audience, level 3 video view audience, and then you can put a descriptor like these are people that have watched at least 50% of my content if you need to do that, and then hit create audience, and then once that's done, it will start to populate and you can begin getting ready to use that in an advertisement.
Alright guys, now that we've knocked out our level 3 custom audience, we are going to go ahead and put together our creative, our photos, and our copy. So we're going to do that here real quick in this video. I'm going to show you kind of what we are looking for in this. Guys, with our level 3 appointment advertisement, we're trying to get them to sit down and schedule an appointment with us, a pre-booked appointment that will show up in our calendar. This way we go from chasing down leads all day, every day, to the point where our business is bringing us leads. Our marketing campaign is bringing us pre-booked appointments, and they're coming to us. Okay, so in doing this, we're going to use a graphic very, very similar to the homes list, but instead of a couple images like this, we're going to replace them with stock photos provided by Canva that are, show people meeting, kind of the stereotypical handshake stock photo. Okay, so we're going to go in here and we are going to look up, let's do meeting. Okay, and then when we get to meeting, we're going to click on this one and we're going to delete it. You can just click and delete. Give it a second here. There it goes. Okay, and then we can come in here and we can drag and drop this one in. And then we can go click on this top right one. I'm going to remove this one. Actually, yep, I'm going to remove this one as well. And then we're going to go in here and let's find a good handshake one. All right. We'll drag and drop that one in here. Oh, it looks like that's a pro canvas, so we're going to remove that one then. We'll go ahead and use one that's not a pro Canva. Let's see here, those are all pro, so let's do this one. Come on now. All right. There it is. Okay. All right. So once we have done that, we are just going to download it, and we just leave kind of the home photo. If you want to use a better home photo here, I probably would, and then use a couple interior photos or a couple other exterior photos here. But it makes very clear kind of the concept behind meeting, shaking hands, scheduling an appointment, sitting down and talking it over. But that's what we're looking for in our creative. Okay. Something along these lines. If you've got better stock photos, then go with them, okay? But the next piece we want to go over, and this is something you can copy and paste right below this video. We always keep that little piece of copy there for you. but this is our text and our headline. So we take this and we put it in our notes folder just like we do our other video or our other copy. So we put this in our notes or in our Word doc or wherever we keep all of our copy templates that we can just copy and paste. And again, this is right below this video in the description. And we're going to take this and we're going to copy and paste it there. We're going to put it there. If you want to make some tweaks, you can. But remember the 3 rules: grab attention, intrigue, and call to action. So you can see we grab their attention with looking for your forever home. We intrigue them with some statements, and then we give them a headline that is calling them to action. Schedule an appointment. It makes it very clear. Schedule an appointment. Okay, we're not calling them to learn more. This is a little bit more commitment based. At this point, they've become a lead for you. You've been following up with them via email and text message. Then they dropped into your branding campaign. And so they've been seeing your face and your videos on Facebook for a good long while now. And they've watched a significant portion of them. And now we are calling them to act. So they know who you are. Now it's time for them to sit down and schedule an interview. All right. All right, guys, take this, copy and paste it in there, and check out the next video as we tie together our audience, our creative, our copy, and we build out our first appointment campaign. Thanks, y'all.
Hey everybody, so now it's time to integrate your lead form into your Google Calendar, which is one of the easiest ways that you can make sure that this is all connected so that as those appointments come through, they actually end up on your calendar. To do this, you will need a Zapier account. You'll need a way that you can connect that information from one party to another, so from Facebook to Google. And so if you go to Zapier, you'll see a screen that looks like this. And what you want to do is you want to click to make a Zap, and that's going to get loaded up inside of here. And so we want to select the initial trigger. So the initial trigger is going to be Facebook lead ads. And this is a premium feature, which means you do need a paying Zapier account for this to work, just an FYI. And then you'll trigger when a new lead is created, and you'll kind of just work through these steps. What Zapier will allow you, ask you to do is to identify the ad account that you are wanting to work from. So we will identify that, and then if there's anything that needs to be reconnected, obviously do that, and then we'll hit continue. And then what they'll go through and do is start to scour, okay, what pages do you want to use? I'm just going to select Whitley, and then if there's a lead form available, you want to go ahead and you want to grab the corresponding lead form that would connect to this. I'm just going to select a random lead form, and then we'll hit continue. And then they'll go through and they'll test those triggers. And so I would encourage you, once you do that, to test the trigger to make sure that the information is pulling through. And then once you do, it'll tell you, yes, this works. No, it didn't. It looks like it's successful. We'll hit continue. And then what we'll do is we'll connect this to your Google Calendar. And I'm not 100% certain, but I do believe, I don't think that you can connect it to other calendars. I think Google is probably the main one because they're so easy to work with. So this would be the top recommendation, is to integrate with a Google Calendar. And what you want to do is you want to add an event. So in this instance, you want to create a detailed event from what's going to happen. So you can create a quick add event, and this will just quickly throw something in, and that's fine. Or you can also do it by creating a detailed event. I would recommend doing the more detailed, just so that way you have all of the information that you're needing to create the event. And then it will go through and it will start to, again, ask you to populate the right calendars that you want to use. I have to find, I think we have quite a few. Gotta find the right calendar. And then if you need to, you're going to reconnect that. So I'll do that. So everything's reconnected. I can go to the next steps. And what will happen is you'll just start to pull in the information. So it's going to ask you to choose the calendar. That's the right calendar we want to use. And let's say we have a new seller appointment that we're wanting to populate. Now in the lead form, it's going to give you the time and all those types of things. So what you can do is just say, okay, full name has booked time to meet about selling their property. Let's keep it short, sweet, and simple. Blank is their number if you would like to confirm. If you would like to confirm this appointment. Sorry, I'm typing too fast. Like to confirm. Great. Boom. Done. And then you'll just go through and you'll start adding certain pieces of time. Now in the lead form, what's going to happen is you'll be able to pull the time data from the lead form itself. So a lot of these pieces of information will pull through from the lead form itself. So whenever, again, if you go back to the previous steps, you created a lead form, they selected pieces of information, and you just start pulling that data through. And if you look at all the options, you can go back and you'll see the different timestamps. You just want to match the date with the date from the lead form. If there's an end, match it to the lead form. If there's a frequency, you set those types of things. Typically with that, it's just going to be one time, so you don't have to worry about those types of things, et cetera, et cetera. And just go through and make sure that this information matches the lead form. Set reminders for yourself. If you want a reminder, I always like to give myself a reminder. And then so on and so forth. And then once you're done, you just hit continue, and then it'll test, and you should see a tested appointment flow through to your calendar, and your integration from Facebook lead forms to your Google Calendar would be complete. If you need any help doing that, please don't hesitate to reach out to support. We can help make sure you understand the rest of the process if there is anything else you need help with. Thanks.